So, ako ay nagbabalik as an actual avatar na ngayon. Tinamad na ako mag-webcam and all of that. So, I'm doing this on my VR na. And a lot of you guys might be asking, no, bakit pa ako laging nasa VR recently? And, um, I really think, no, na parang whenever I do something, it's not just about my chart specifically, but I feel that it is something that is also being influenced at the collective level. So ewan ko, ano siya eh, parang it's something na it happens to me, and then eventually a lot of people are going to pick it up as soon as time goes by, and it might seem odd and stupid right now to you guys, but trust me, alam mo, may pupuntahan ito in the near future. In fact, when I was actually trying to research more about VR and stuff like that, itong mga gadgets thingy, and I actually found out that in China, sobrang importante na ang being in a virtual reality. And it's not just about people playing games, but na-implement na siya with certain companies. Well, not entirely lahat, but slowly, bit by bit, no, parang nagkakaroon na ng mga team building, na parang, syempre because of COVID, and I kind of feel that if ever man na COVID stays, or alam mo yun, hindi natin siya ma-resolve, people are going to be, will have to do something basically para alam mo yun, we cannot just be stuck in the past. We need to be more innovative. Like, alang naman hindi ka pumasok sa trabaho mo, 'di ba? Alang naman hindi ka umattend ng meeting, alang naman hindi ka gumawa ng presentation. Eventually you will have to do that. So I kind of feel that this VR thing is quite very smart, and it's not just all about games and stuff like that. It can be something that can be done on presentations, and and I kind of I heard na meron na ding VR academy or VR university, wherein may mga teachers na nag-a-apply na rin sa isang VR university. It's an app that you have to download. So may mga school doon and may mga courses. So you're basically going to be studying on VR. So hindi pa siya totally implemented, but it's already in the works. You guys can Google that if you want. But that is the thing na talaga, guys. Anyways, and then yun. And kaya ko rin siya na bring up is because we are now entering the full moon in the sign of Aquarius. So medyo baliktad kasi hindi ko, actually, pwede ko naman to gawin in a different way. It's just that mas gusto ko lang talaga mag-record inside sa VR kaysa sa ilalagay ko pa siya sa computer, and it's super hassle nun. So I decided to just record on VR since mas mabilis and mas smooth sailing yung loading and all of that. So this works for me. So pasensya na kung medyo baliktad, but don't worry. Pag tinitingnan ko siya, hindi siya baliktad sa akin. And ako naman yung nag-explain. So anyways, basically, yung makikita nyo here is yung chart natin for the full moon in the sign of Aquarius. So, and this is happening at the 29 degree. Ito, 29 yan, guys. Naaliw ako masyado. Teacher-teacheran, tas bunny naman. Anyways, this is the full moon in Aquarius chart for Philippines, as per usual. And I have opened up all of the objects. Kaya maraming mga linya, so baka mahilo kayo and stuff like that. But I usually like doing it this way, so it takes a while to get used to it, but it's actually very helpful. Um, So anyways, this is actually very important, no? Kasi Aquarius to, and Aquarius is all about mga big discovery, things that can shock you, can shock the world, and all of those kinds of things. And most importantly, kaya ko rin inintroduce ang mga VR and stuff and having virtual avatars and all of those kind of thingy is because Aquarius rules technology. And a lot of mga astrologers are actually thinking about something about robots daw and all of those kinds of things. But I kind of feel na hindi pa tayo dadaan doon. I really don't think that AI is super possible na. I kind of feel na meron pa rin tayong mga real world situations na mangyayari. But I do feel na, alam mo yun, hindi nalalayo yung time na parang things are going to be advancing into a very technological world. And it could be, no, there is a possibility na maybe yung China, yung China yung reason kung bakit nag-start ang lahat ng ito. Pero um, at the same time, this could be, a reason for the world to advance up, na hindi na tayo masanay um, sa complacency na, okay, na parang everything is going to be safe, everything is going to be secure, and all of those kinds of things. Because, truth be told, hindi naman na tayo, we're not feeling secured. And this month of August might be just a trigger point for many people around the world to realize that, alam mo yun, kailangan na natin ng some form of advancement. Kailangan na natin ng some form of technology to be out there na makakatulong sa maraming tao. Aquarius rules the masses, it rules a lot of people, rules the masses, and all of those kinds of things. And Aquarius has a lot to do with the internet then. And ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng full moon, guys? Full moon is really more about you are going to see something is real going to show up, to blow up, pag may full moon, meron tayong nakikita dyan sa sky. So parang there is something that we actually get to see. And at the same time, it's very quite impulsive then, hindi na natin mawawala yun. And because nasa 29 degree siya, so this is what we call an anaretic degree. So in most cases, lalo na in traditional astrology, we actually make this conclusion na 29 degrees is always a delikadong degree because lagi nilang sinasabi na parang this is called a critical degree and all of those kinds of things. For Nicola though, this is a degree of being psychic, having that intuitive ability and all of those kinds of things. Now, in my point of view naman, actually I'm actually analyzing this as I go. Hindi ako nag-prepare kasi hindi ko rin alam kung i-upload ko to eventually. But if you guys can see, we have here the 29 degree sa moon and meron din tayong 29 degree ng sun. Okay? Malinaw yan, diba? And then, not sure if you guys are seeing this, but meron tayong fixed star of Regulus. So, and nasa 0 degree siya. So, ibig sabihin, it's actually conjuncting the sun here in the sign of Leo. So, sobrang conjunct siya. And then, ano pa, meron tayong T-square na tinatawag. Ang T-square is yan, yung triangle na nakikita nyo. So, yan ang T-square. And then, nakapoint siya saan? Nakapoint siya dito kay Sedna. Nasa 29 degrees din, guys, si Sedna, okay? So, who is Sedna? Sedna is the girl na sobrang brat in mythology, basically. And this girl is really more on, I would say na, siya, sobrang tigas ng ulo, hindi siya nakikinig sa tatay niya. Her father wants her to grow up, to grow up, basically. Pero ayaw niya magpakasal, ayaw pa niya mag-mature in all of those kinds of things. Gusto niya nasa bahay lang and having a luxurious life, basically. Naging mahirap ang buhay ni Sedna, in other words, and marami siyang mga na-encounter na mga problema along the way because of that. And Sedna is also an asteroid no na has dealt with a lot of betrayals. Yung father niya tried to kill her because the father wants to save himself, you know. Nagregret yung father niya from giving up on Sedna. You know, parang feeling niya maybe he was being very harsh and stuff, so he wanted to save her but ended up na parang nagkaroon ng difficult situation which led him to kill Sedna para makaligtas siya, makatakas siya dun sa bird who was very mad by trying to save Sedna. Kasi ang nangyari is Sedna tried to get away from poverty, and then sabi niya magpapakasal na lang talaga siya with a man, you know, the next man that comes by na mukhang matino. Kaso that guy was ano pala, parang anong tawag doon, yung parang nagsha-shape shift siya. So, naka-shapeshift yung guy, and then in reality, it's not actually a person, but a bird. So, ayun. So, and this bird does not have any money, does not have any fame. There is nothing with that. In short, it was a wrong decision. So, Sedna actually talks about wrong decisions that we end up making, or we might make during this time. So, because of that energy, no, we might, dahil nandito si Regulus, guys, it makes me feel na, you know, maybe, whenever I think about Regulus, minsan naiisip ko kasi yung element of authority figures, government, and all of those kinds of things. So, maybe there is a form of decision na mag-lead to something to regret with. I don't know. That's just a guess, okay? Guess lang yun. Kasi Regulus is all about authority, or all about the heart then, and in most cases, yung your own self-expression and stuff like that. Ganun si Regulus. This is actually quite of a time wherein we might need to be very careful. And yun din yung reason bakit gusto ko sana siya i-upload earlier than usual. Is because we need to pay attention with this full moon. No? Alam ko a lot of people would like to, you know, new moon na, let's manifest. Full moon na, let's manifest. But in reality and in electional astrology, actually whenever there is a new moon and whenever there is a full moon, hindi kasi talaga dapat ideal na may ginagawa tayong mga manifestation. Of course, to each our own, but yun lang yung alam ko in traditional way. And as you all know, very traditional ako when it comes to mga rituals and stuff like that. Anyway, so because nakalink sila kay Sedna, tapos nasa 29 degrees pa, I would say that we need to be very careful, we need to be very aware with every actions that we end up taking. Lahat ng mga bagay kailangan natin pagkaingatan, guys. And wag tayo dapat pabigla-bigla mag-decide and all of those kind of situations. Hindi talaga natin yan dapat ginagawa. And marami din kasi mga certain aspect eh. Also, wag natin kalimutan ito, guys. We have here the 18 degrees in Mercury. 18 degrees Mercury yan. Oops. Nahahawakan ko. Nakakonjunct siya with sa Mars in Virgo. And then, meron tayong decan ng Saturn. So, we really, really need to be very careful pag ganyan. Yan yung mga moments na kailangan natin maging very careful with our own decisions. Alam mo yun, pagka parang feeling mo nag-iingat ka pero baka naman hindi ka talaga nag-iingat. Maybe you're thinking that you are being practical with certain things, but maybe that you are not. This could also be a situation wherein we might need to deal with people of certain power, um, or I don't know. It really depends, no? Pero kasi, kaya ko siya minimension is dahil nakaupo siya sa Neptune, okay? So, Mercury and Mars is opposing Neptune. So, tapos ito pa, okay, I know a lot of people do not believe in this, lalo na yung mga Pilipino. But, August 22 is also yung Ghost Festival, you know? Yung Hunger Month Festival. Yan talaga yung exact day. So, I would advise you guys to be very careful if you are going to be traveling. Alam mo yun, we have here Mercury and Mars in the sign of Virgo. Maging masuri tayo, maging maingat tayo. Huwag tayo padalos na halos, okay? If there is something that is too good to be true, most likely too good to be true talaga yon. So, huwag kayo magda-doubt. So, nag-upo siya dyan sa Neptune, no? And take a look, guys. Yung Neptune is also in a conjunction with Pallas Athena. Si Pallas Athena is a very artistic. Pallas Athena is actually really good when it comes to making the right judgment and making the right decisions. However, as you guys can see, retrograde silang dalawa. And not only that, but Pallas Athena is in Pisces. So retrograde in Pisces, conjunct Neptune, opposing Virgo. I don't think that that is the wisest thing for people. And also, thinking na ito yung chart ng Pilipinas, I would say na since sixth house, we're handling sixth house energy and the 12th house, this can even talk about yung situation natin sa COVID. You know, I don't want to make some form of assumption. Ayoko maging fear-mongering person eh. Pagdating sa mga ganyan, even though na I know this is a normal thing to actually talk about in most cases. But, also, hindi nakalagay dito, no? Hindi ko nalagay. Pero, kasama dito si Hygeia, guys. Si Hygeia is the asteroid of medicine and opposing Neptune and stuff like that. So, I don't know. This could be a situation wherein maybe okay, I'm going to give like various conclusions with this. This could be a situation wherein maybe merong some form of medicine na sasabihin nila na iti-take natin, or may mag-a-advise sa'yo na ito yung best way to deal with this some form of virus or sickness. But for some reason, that's actually going to be detrimental for you. Imbis na makatulong, hindi siya nakatulong. Or this could also be a situation wherein, you know, this could be some form of accident, or maybe dahil we were not on the right mind, or maybe we made the wrong judgment on certain things. So alam mo yun, may taong nag-influence sa'yo or something like that. And because we have here the 29th degree and the 18th degree, which is a very critical degree, and the 18th degree is it's like a devilish degree for Nicola. I don't like using that, to be honest. Pero yun, there could be a situation here na this can be even result to a death of some kind. Actually, ano eh, hindi ko to minention sa TikTok ko kasi ayoko magkaroon ng mga raving news and stuff like that, and I don't think na it's right to actually say this, but I'm going to say it here since I know na hindi naman lahat ng tao manonood nito. But with this in mind, I kind of feel that someone important might even die. I'm not sure, okay? It could be a woman. An important female figure can actually die, or it could be na an important female figure can create this mistake or some form of advocation and stuff like that. Since we are dealing with a Virgo who is the maiden, the virgin maiden, and stuff like that. And dahil yung deacon nun and ng Pallas Athena and ng Neptune is nasa Pluto, which is, all about death, ending, new beginnings, and rebirth all at the same time. This can also be a situation wherein we might be receiving something, and it could be something na parang heaven sent. um, it might, okay, it might. Because we are dealing with the 12th house. And for me, even though na scary house in most cases ang 12th house, I truly believe na parang, alam mo yun, the 12th house can also be some form of surprise, I'm trying to be positive. If you don't, if hindi niyo pa nahigets. I know na parang itong August 22 is not the most. Actually, some astrologers find this harmonious and some astrologers do not find this harmonious. For me naman, it's going to be hard to make a concrete judgment because we are dealing with Aquarius and this is a very Uranus energy. And if there's anything that I know about Uranus is that you cannot predict it, you have to expect the unexpected kasi for sure, meron kang ikakagulat. Or it's either you are going to make some form of change or people are going to create some form of change na ikakashock mo. Now, the moon is also in conjunction with Jupiter, which is really, really good. Okay? So, parang at some point, kaya ko rin actually naisip na baka may someone important na, alam mo yun, may event yung tao na to, is dahil we have here the sun in conjunction with Regulus, okay? And then, tinan nyo na sa decan siya ng Mercury. And then, we have here yung moon in conjunction with, ang tag dito, ng Jupiter. Tapos, nandun siya sa decan ng Venus, which is woman, and stuff like that. So, and also, we have, moon and Jupiter can actually, syempre Jupiter is all about expansion, no? Moon and Jupiter, tapos nasa Aquarius is all about expansion. It can create something, it can give you something tapos mag-explode siya, parang dumadami. So, I'm really hoping guys na this is not another issue with COVID. I mean, let's try to be positive. Pero hindi ko inaalis yung chance na this could be, COVID na kumakalat lalo. Or this could be a situation na yun nga, mayroong important person or female figure na magkakaroon ng big breakthrough and stuff like that. Also, we have here Saturn na nasa di ka ng Uranus, guys. Tapos, nasa 8 degree siya. 8 degree is the degree of Scorpio, which is all about death. And, death and transformation. Alam mo yun, I'm just really trying to be positive with this energy. But, it's quite hard to be really positive with this alignment eh. So, hindi ko naman sinasabi na magiging pangit ang situation. It's just that I'm saying that it's going to be Uranian. So, if you are going to make some form of risk, it's going to be very, very risky. And, it is a really more of a time wherein you just have to expect the unexpected talaga. Also, we have here Aries in a square to Pluto. Tapos, tinan nyo guys, nasa decan siya ng Mercury, oh. Tapos si Aries naman is nandito sa Jupiter. Aries is the asteroid of discord. But I really do not really hate Aries because Aries is also an asteroid that lets us move forward with things, parang planet of action siya one way or another. And then also we have here yung Venus natin during this time is finally in Libra. I really like it pag nasa Libra si Venus. Pero hindi ako Venus in Libra, guys. It's just that, this is happening on my first house. So, well, not really. Hindi pa. Pero I really like that. So this can be a form of healing for in many cases kasi Venus in Libra is ruled by Libra. Libra and Taurus basically. And so this is quite strong. It is however is making an opposition with Chiron over here. So another no nakikita niyo yung prominency ng female figure no ng female energy dito sa chart na to. I don't know if it's just me or you're actually seeing that. So we have here, so this is a very Libra focus. So there could be healing when it comes to, may healing din that comes with this energy. And it could be a healing of relationships for other people. You know, we can actually see this as a relationship focused situation wherein maybe you are going to be maybe, palitan natin yung forecast. Maybe this could be a situation wherein you are going to be receiving some form of news from someone who betrayed you, from someone who has hurt you, you know, someone na parang na-lose all hope ka na tapos biglang nagparamdam, guys. So, there could be healing into that. Hindi natin alam kung closure yan or ano. Pero, you know, that could be a possibility. Sobrang isa siya sa mga options na we can actually be more open about. And also because nag-aspect si Venus and Saturn very much strongly, we also have, you know, the Grand Trine and stuff like that. And there could be some form of chance right here as well, I would say. And ano pa ba? And also because ang daming mga retrograde, guys. So it makes me feel na, you know, this is not about us really putting things forward. It's either na ginagawa lang natin yung mga bagay na balak natin gawin pero hindi natin ginawa. Alam mo yun? Or if may bibiglaan kang gagawin, this could be, you know, you might regret it, you know. Regardless whatever decision that you guys make, I would say na try to ask for another person's opinion. And even if nagpapadoktor ka, kapag ka feeling mo merong something wrong with that analysis, you know, parang alam mo yung nagulat ka, ano yung sinabi ng doktor sa'yo? Try to seek for another person's opinion. This can also be a situation wherein, you know, you might actually receive some form of news. Kaya ako rin, yung isa pa sa reason kung bakit I feel na medyo delikado yung energy na to is because yung apex natin is actually si Sedna. So, but alam mo yun, let's try to be positive na lang. Si Sedna naman kasi, na, alam mo yun, to be positive in all of those kinds of things. Sedna naman was an asteroid na eventually, naging ano siya, naging natuto siya sa mga mistakes niya. Marami siyang mga na-realize. It's just that it happened in a hard way. Meron din naman siyang happy ending. It's just that sobrang dami niyang pinagdaanan, guys. So, may mga quincunx din tayo, guys, with Chiron and Mercury. So, Pallas and the Sun. And then, ano pa ba yung dapat kong pansinin sa chart na to? Kasi hindi nga ako nag-check earlier. So, there could be, feeling ko talaga, whatever this is going to be quite shocking then. You know, something shocking. But at another issue here, guys, is that if you are going to make risky ventures, like mag-i-invest ka ng sobrang laking amount, OMG, may napindot ako. Pasensya na. Anyways, yung sinasabi ko kanina, no, is if may mag-i-invest kayo or anything like that, I really do not think that this is going to be the right time. So you might be thinking na sobrang one time, big time to, sobrang okay and stuff like that. If something is too good to be true, guys, it is too good to be true. So do not make some form of investment, and do not do something na you will regret at the end of the day. Also, nasa 29 degrees ito. So, eventually, after like 2 hours or something, magmo-move na rin yung moon sa next sign, which is Pisces. So when that happens, that is going to create more Neptunian things, and that is going to make us really more of, not in our right minds, right? Not in our right heads. And buti na lang ginawa ko to ng maaga. Baka baliw-baliwan din ako ng araw na yun. I mean, I don't know. Hindi ko alam, okay? But yun, so I'm not suggesting any form of investment, lalo na August, guys. So just be careful and protect your own energy. Do meditation, do a lot of grounding as well. And this can also be a time na parang alam mo yun, um, a lot of things na we need to correct a lot of things kasi. Alam mo yun, lalo na sa conjunction ni Mars and Mercury. Without thinking of this opposition to Neptune actually, Mars and Mercury in the sign of Virgo is very strict. Alam mo yun, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be fixed correctly. Kailangan ayusin natin to. So, this can actually be a situation na parang it can create some form of intensity, na-mention ko lang siya kasi 'di ba ang daming mga fraud and deception na nangyayari nowadays. So, I kind of feel that this could be a situation as well na we might need to deal with, So, if ever man, marami tayong mga issues na haharapin, guys. But on the good side, if this is happening in your relationship sector, this could be a situation na parang, alam mo yun, we can actually give a chance to maybe fix a relationship, try to remediate that relationship, maybe give that a chance, or maybe we need to learn things the hard way, lalo na pagkapaulit-ulit na. We have to make the right judgment on things, and most likely, hindi ko alam kung we are going to make the right judgment, but this Virgo energy is going to teach us some form of lessons for sure. Definitely. And kung ano man yung mangyari sa araw na to or sa energy ng full moon is going to be very, very powerful. Very powerful. And I kind of feel na ito rin yung moment na if we actually do something na pinaplano natin before, it can be something that can create some form of big breakthrough na can really scatter about to a whole lot of people. So, and in case na this is about fake news and stuff like that, now you do have to be careful pag ganun yung nangyari, diba? But yun, I'm just being optimistic of dito sa moon and Jupiter. Like maybe there could be some form of good news, a gift of some kind to be received, and all of those kinds of things. I mean, we're hoping for that possibility, guys. So far, ayun. Yun lang naman ang nakikita ko here. So, also, you need to be careful, kasi parang ang dating dito is parang you'll end up following your feelings. Even though your logic mind might be telling you something else, you might end up following your feelings for whatever reason. And maybe following your feelings is not really the way to go. And also, nasa na ba yun? I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this. Do you see this? ALG, that is algol. So, this is about someone losing their head over something, you know. I'm not saying that literally, but it can literally and figuratively. Someone loses their head over someone, you know, nababaliw na, and stuff like that. So regardless kung ano man yan, we need to be very careful. This could, you know, algol is Medusa basically, and it is known as a demon star. So um we need to be careful dahil siya yung nasa apex of this alignment as well. And nandiyan din si Lilith, my goodness. And ayun, may mga Rahu tayo dyan. So Rahu and Gemini really expands more on that Mercury energy, and really more on that, you know, communication and things going overboard. There could be some form of truth that is going to be revealed, but whether people are going to believe in that is going to be another story, di ba? Maraming taong hindi naniniwala sa kung ano yung totoo, pero ang daming taong naniniwala sa hindi totoo. So, maraming mga bagay na ganyan. But I kind of feel that this full moon is going to be very powerful in a sense na sobrang daming breakthrough na pwedeng mangyari. And also, hindi talaga to part of the equation, but because this energy ng chart ng Pilipinas is out of bounds, it makes me feel lalo na parang yung moon will have that very Uranus energy then. So, it can give you something, pero at the same time, it is something na parang hindi mo ma-rely completely, parang very unstable. So, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but yun. But we can expect some form of forward momentum na mangyayari. After all, we are on the second degree of the ascendant of Aries. So, this is going to be, you know, push, push, push. You know, pag may mga plano tayo, go, go, go ang gustuhin natin dyan. So, yun. So, I would say na you have to check where this Aquarius part of your chart is, where Pisces is going to be in your own chart. Itong area ng siguro, slightly, pwede nyo i-check itong area ng Taurus and Gemini as well. But mostly itong Virgo energy is something that you guys need to be taking a look on. Not really so much on the Leo side. Because nasa dulo na rin kasi siya eh. So, ayun. So, I would say na to use your own intuition and in making any form of decisions, and if pwedeng maiwasan, wag na kayo gumawa ng any form of decisions or changes within this full moon. So, anyways, if meron akong mga dagdag na insight, sasabihin ko na lang yan on a separate post. But for now, this is my full moon in Aquarius forecast, early forecast para sa inyong lahat. And yun lang. Ay nako, baka kung ano-ano natatamaan ko dito. So ayun, also, gusto ko lang din idagdag na parang alam mo yun, do you guys see this? Si Pluto, nandiyan na siya sa 24 degrees, no? So, as time goes on, after a few years or so, Pluto is going to change signs, ay pupunta na siya sa Aquarius. So, what is Aquarius, diba? All about breaking through moments. And whenever Pluto changes sign, we can expect some form of revolution, kind of a change na mangyayari sa collective. So, it could be something to do with the internet. I mean, sobrang nagkakaroon na ng revolution or evolution when it comes to technology nowadays. And isa na tong VR kind of thing. And you'll be amazed, you know. I know na parang, you know, matagal nang ganito ang world ng VR, and it's not really something new, but I kind of feel that we are going to see some form of shift. It was only last year, guys, na madaming taga China na nag-implement ng mga bagay-bagay. So, we'll never know. So anyway, Yun lang. Tell me guys, how do you feel about this full moon? I know hindi maganda yung mga forecast ko recently. I'm trying to say it in the best possible way. In the best possible way, this could be... Actually, nahirapan ako. Pero malay mo, there could be some form of gift from heaven, some form of grace coming from God. Um, yeah. Or this could be something very romantic, you know? Maybe someone important is going to come back in your life. Pangpalubag loob, guys. Ano ba yan? Bakit nagsisitro yung mga kamay ko sa boobs ko? Hindi ganyan kalaki, guys. Anyways, yun lang, guys. Good night and bye. Nakakaloka. Okay.